Hello friends, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you guys are doing well, really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy, yada yada yada. Lots of news today. In fact, hopefully, if we are to believe it all I think we're to believe it all positive, huh? What a welcome sound or introduction, I hope, for you guys watching and listening to this video today. We're going to reflect on a superb world-class defender putting pen to paper for Chelsea Football Club. Speaking on world-class defenders, maybe? Real Madrid potentially withdrawing interest for Antonio Rudiger, and of course the big blockbuster story of late is Romelu Lukaku. He's training with the team, he's reportedly done an apology, we're going to read into some of that, and he could do a public apology to the fans. One thing is for sure, the Chelsea board has backed Thomas Tuchel and his decisions. Marina Granovskaia got involved. And I've still got a sore throat, so I apologise for that. Lots to get into today. Settle in, get comfortable. Please do drop a like. It takes a second, and it means a lot to me, friends. So cheers for liking the video, and you're all welcome to subscribe if you're yet to, of course. Make sure the bell notifications icon is turned on. I'll be sipping my tea intermittently throughout this news video while I have a sore throat. We will get better eventually, friends. So let's start off with some confirmed good news, shall we? Yes. Thiago Silva extends his contract with Chelsea Football Club. Now, I imagine most of you have been watching this channel recently. I was pretty adamant this one was going to go over the line over the rest. And I wouldn't, and I kind of thought it would have been the first one. Out of Rudiger, Christensen, which are both up in the air, Azpilicueta, we still, potentially could go to Barcelona. And Thiago Silva, out of the four, I was like, yeah, Thiago Silva is almost certainly going to extend. We've seen, Belle Silva, his wife, on, social media. She loves Stamford Bridge, she loves London. The whole Silva family love being at Chelsea. And he's extended. I'll read some quick quotes off the Chelsea website, where that's obviously produced the story in media of him re-signing his new deal. Marina Granovskaia, who will pop up again later in today's video, said, Thiago Silva's experience, leadership and performances have been and remain very important to this squad. So we are hugely pleased to extend his contract by another year. We look forward to his continued influence as we seek honours this season and next, and the more qualities that have led him to having such a big impact for us on and, interestingly, off the pitch. Of course, he's been an incredible professional. His work ethic is second to none. Frank Lampard recently on The Overlap, speaking to Gary Neville, said, he heard all these wonderful things about him, all proven true, by the way. He's constantly studying the game. He's constantly trying to get the best out of himself, even in these latter years. He does, yoga, extracurricular, tactical homework. Excuse me while I sip my tea. After putting pen to paper, Thiago Silva added, to play here with Chelsea is a real pleasure. I never thought I would play 3 years, deep that, ladies and gentlemen, here at this great club, so I'm very happy to stay for another season. I would like to say thanks to my family, the club, Marina, and to Mr. Abramovich for this opportunity. I will continue to give everything to this club, and for the supporters, who have always been by my side since I arrived. It's amazing to have this relationship with the fans, and not only that, but the players, staff and the whole club. I'm going to give everything to keep playing at this level in the most important league in the world. Amazing. Thiago Silva's going to be 38 and playing for Chelsea. That's mad. Rewind to when I was expressing great concern about this 36-year-old or 35. How old was he when we signed him? Something like that, and I was expressing great concern, understandably, and, I wanted Lewis Dunk. I'll take the L on that, absolutely, and I've been absolutely delighted with Thiago Silva at Chelsea. What an incredible player. Just all the things that Marina Granovskaia was listing there, like the professionalism. He's currently the oldest player and the outfield player in the Premier League, and we're keeping him for another year, which is the most un-Chelsea thing ever. Just goes to show, and is testament to how good this man really is. Okay, so we'll put a pin in the defenders. We are going to talk about Antonio Rudiger, how apparently Real Madrid have withdrawn interest. So that's a big one. Make sure you stick around to the end. Let's talk about Romelu Lukaku. I'm getting a little bit of extract here from Matt Law's article from The Telegraph. I'll put a link in the description. So we all know the story. Go back and watch previous videos, and we know that there was the meeting yesterday between Thomas Tuchel and Romelu Lukaku, and it could have gone perhaps both ways. I was kind of thinking there is a chance he's going to go, look man, I'm not happy with how you play me. I did nothing wrong. I thought there could be a touch of that. Turns out it was more positive. Lukaku trained at Chelsea's Cobham training ground on Monday ahead of the meeting with Tottenham. Ahead of the meeting with Tuchel, for the talks of the situation, which are said to have ended well. Ding! Right, we can all talk about our opinions on Rom, in the comment section, and perhaps I'll express it in a moment. But let's talk about what's happened, or what's been reported to have happened. Director Marina Granovskaia is also believed to have been involved in discussions over the Lukaku saga after those close to the club record signing urged him to offer an apology and begin the road to redemption. Marina Granovskaia, Chelsea's director, surprisingly but unsurprisingly at the same time, got involved when it was in regards to Chelsea, because she's, everything financial, isn't she? Romelu Lukaku is the most expensive ever asset for Chelsea that's only just arrived. Excuse me one moment. So with that, it's not overly surprising that she got involved, and I'm pleased she did. It means stuff's serious. It means probably Roman got on the phone to Marina and was like, it's time you get involved. I was going to think of a Marina G. I don't know, we'll have to think of a nickname for her. So she got involved. Romelu Lukaku did have advisors, and there's other reports suggesting that he was advised against the interview because something like this could happen. And then there was also reported that he's surprised that there's been this reaction and something like this has happened. So I keep reading everywhere, this speaks 7 languages. He's meant to be really, really intelligent, Romelu Lukaku. How did he miss this one? Okay, so I'll read on. Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich is said to have backed Tuchel's stance over Lukaku, while the club have not commented on the meeting. Fair enough. It is believed he apologised for the episode and the subsequent fallout. So there we go. 2 massive, really important things there. Roman Abramovich backed the manager, despite this being the £100 million signing. He's like, no, I back the way you've dealt with this. Maybe things are changing at Chelsea. I don't want to say that, Tommy T could be gone in the summer for all we know, it's Chelsea, but another hugely positive sign. The ownership and the director fully backing the manager in his decision and which way to deal with it. And it's understood that Lukaku has apologised to the management, the staff, and, hopefully, by the sounds of reports, the players as well. Now, I'll read a bit more. Lukaku will now be encouraged to offer a public apology, with Chelsea supporters angry over him, expressing dissatisfaction over the situation. So, is this saying that I'm not going to read on? There's much more in the article. I urge you to go and check out Matt Nor's article. But Romelu Lukaku has gone on the meeting. He's apologised internally. His advisors have suggested that he apologises externally to the fan base. And personally, I think it would do him the world of good if he just says, a lot of fans, by the way, won't accept this apology. I need to get that in now. A lot of fans would be like, alright, well, I don't believe you. I believe what you said in that your secret interview. But in terms of becoming a professional again, he's already removed a lot of professionalism from his game from that. But if he says, look, I came in with this incentive to not have any bad blood with a club I did really well. The tone was all wrong. I said the wrong things. I realise that now. Of course I want to be at Chelsea. I apologise. Let's do it, and I'll score goals for you on the pitch. I'm going to prove it on the pitch. I know that sounds like a perfect scenario of a few things for him to say, but ultimately a PR person might just write his apology anyway, do you know what I mean? But if it's said out there, then maybe we're in a position where I'm not sure we get booed on the pitch. I can't speak for, match-going fans. I haven't been to a game in months and months and months and months and months now, for a bunch of reasons, but I don't think I'd boo him. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If he did a public apology, would you be completely accepting of him again? Or, personally, if he scores loads of goals on the pitch, if he does do this public apology, I think there's a good, strong chance that he can just get on with it. If he scores, we're playing against Tottenham, twice or 3 times recently, and he's obviously been waxing lyrical about, Inter, and, he loved Conte. If he scores a brace against Tottenham and celebrates and, celebrates past Antonio Conte, then, that would go a long way to Chelsea fans probably feeling better. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below on that. I do want to move on and talk about Antonio Rudiger. Interestingly, Antonio Rudiger was one of the 6 players that Thomas Tuchel consulted in his senior player council regarding the Romelu Lukaku situation, alongside the likes of, I think it was Jorginho, Azpilicueta and Kante and stuff like that. So he's still fully integrated as a senior star player, Rudiger, even in these dying embers of his contract, in the sense of he gives it all on the pitch. He absolutely hasn't dropped his level, and you can credit to him for that. Not at all has he dropped his level, and he feels probably quite respected still. The fans sing his name, they chant Rudy. The manager brings him in for these senior meetings, like, what do you think? You're a part of this club, even though you've got 6 months left. I'm asking you, how do you feel? Excuse me. So on that, he probably feels quite important and integrated still. And the story is, and it's coming from Spain, from ABC Deportes, or Deportes, excuse me. My Spanish reading and pronunciation isn't the one. I'm reading this from Sports Illustrated, Absolute Chelsea. However, ABC Deportes in Spain claim the Spanish side aren't interested in Rudiger anymore because they believe they don't need a third experienced centre-back to join the ranks of David Alaba and Eder Militao. He is an experienced centre-back, going on 29 years old. He'll be like a couple of years younger than the other two, but they could be your senior centre-backs, and really you might want to start looking at bringing in, I don't know, younger players, Rudiger is alluring to the big clubs because he's world class, he's in his prime, and he's a free transfer of sorts. We know there's no such thing as a free transfer these days, especially with those profile of players. But you can understand why the big names went, he's just won the Champions League, and he's really good, and he plays for Germany, and he's recognised as one of the best centre backs in the world. We can get him for free and please our fans, more Galactico power. Yes, the big ego clubs are going to look at that and think we'll have some of that. Do you know what I mean? But really, does it make full sense for Real Madrid to sign him like that? Maybe not. I'm not saying, by the way, this is gospel. I'm just reacting to some news headlines here. And should this be the case, I kind of would believe it, and it kind of makes sense, in the way of maybe bringing some younger guys to learn from those 2 experienced centre-backs that are doing well. And then it makes sense from there. Does that mean Rudiger's going to stay? Well, I mean, he could still go to Real Madrid. This could be a bogus story. Or he could still go to Real Madrid. They could change their mind if this is a true story. He could still go to PSG, Bayern Munich, Maybe Barcelona, because they'll like a free transfer in terms of splitting up their payments because they're in financial ruin. But I think Bayern Munich, they quite like the idea of professionalism and how things function, and they will look at Rudiger and his behaviours, at the end of his contract, and being seen as a senior player, putting in these great performances. That's the kind of stuff those clubs like. PSG, he could go to PSG if he really is all about the money. He'll go to PSG and get loads and loads of money. Do you know what I mean? And he's won the Champions League. He's won actually quite a few stuff with Chelsea: FA Cup, Europa League, Champions League. That's not the worst haul in English football, or playing for an English club. Should he win? We won't win a Premier League this season, but that was probably on his list. He probably thinks, I want to get a Premier League with this team. But, he might think that's enough, go and win a bunch of, Liga and titles, and maybe challenge for the Champions League with them. Possibly. But I think it is good news. I think as this sort of noises come out more and more, if we are to believe them, and if these are reputable sources, he will just be like, okay, maybe he was thinking win the Premier League this season and go on a free and, thank you very much. Perfect ending to his Chelsea career, but clearly we're not going to win the Premier League now. He might think, let's try it. It's not going to work like that. Let's sign a new deal on good money at Chelsea. I don't know. I'm speculating here, of course, but we'll have to see what happens. Guys, let me know what you think. Generally, this could be good news, should we believe it? Of course, Thiago Silva signing. It's great news. And if Lukaku has apologised to the teammates and coaches, and if he will apologise to the fans and be integrated and score, ultimately, that's good news as well. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. Let's start up the conversation, friends. please, I'd urge you to drop a like if you're yet to do so, and of course you're all welcome to subscribe. Should you subscribe, make sure the bell notifications icon is turned on with all notifications. Guys, that's it from me. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.